Welcome back, folks. I am John Najarian, and this is, of course, 3 at 3. Pete did the take at 10:30. We did the Rebel Edge at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Now it's time for 3 at 3. So let's get started. Unusual activity. If you don't trade options, you can still participate. It's just, I believe, with more risk, but you can still participate. Now, why is that? Because in many cases, I'm buying an option that costs $1 or less. And then I will sell another option against that option. If we're going to the upside, I'm selling a call against the call. If we're going to the downside, I'd be selling a put against the put that I purchased. Now, if you trade stock, you have the full risk of that stock. For instance, $25 stock, $25,000 investment for a 1,000 share position. I can put on a position probably for more like $1,000 instead of $25,000 and profit just as much on a 3 or 4% move. I'll try to give you some examples. Let's dive into today's 3 at 3 for the 25th of August. Tech Resources did this one yesterday, $35 stock. Today, 36.5. So it's up a little over, well, let's call it $1.25. Just to round things out. So if you committed $35,000 yesterday, you made $1,200 today. Now, if you would have bought the 35 calls yesterday and then sold calls against it on the rally today, you had less money at risk and you addressed the time decay that is inherent in any option position, and you made about the same money. The trade-off is, folks, that when you're trading an option, options have a lifespan, which we call the expiration. So these options expire September, the third week in September 2022. So that's the trade-off. You don't have as much time to be right. With the stock, you can hold it for years. Options, they expire. That trade-off is why options give you such great leverage and can be used to cut down on risks. Six Flags, $24 stock. Again, 1,000 shares, 24,000. Went to almost 26 today. So let's say in the neighborhood of what, $1.70 or so. So a $24,000 investment could have made you $1,700 today. Bang. And if that's the way you trade, that's great. The way we trade is we buy at the money calls, sell upside calls against it. I made the same amount of money as you if you're in this trade, except I had this much risk on. Again, the trade-off being time. If you'd like to learn more about it, come to the Rebel's Edge. That show airs Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. We just finished ours for today. Talked about a number of stocks, talked about unusual activity, talked about sports. It's a great program. We're getting a lot of fantastic feedback. We will have a big announcement for you in September about this program. So it will be free, but just keep in mind, we do broadcast live Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And then it's always on YouTube as well. So you can go back through any of the 2,900 episodes that we've got for Pete's The Take, my 60-second video, AJ Monty, Bill Johnson. You get the idea. We got a lot of videos up there. They're all free. Go to YouTube, type in Market Rebellion, click subscribe, and maybe give us a thumbs up. Thank you. All right. AMD, another one I talked about yesterday. AMD, we said, hey, we got a lot of action in the semis here. Well, it was a $93 stock yesterday. It's a $96 stock today. Again, these are approaching the levels of a condo, folks, because 1,000 shares of a $93 stock is $93,000 commitment. That's a big commitment. You made $3,000, let's call it $3,600 on a $9,600 investment. These options expire tomorrow. I am out of 75% of my trade right now. But how did my options do? I made as much money as you with, again, that much risk. I'm trying to emphasize that you need to take profits, which is why I said that I've taken 75% off, because I think it's important to take those profits off the table and leave a little out there, especially since it's only got one day. I will probably be out of these by either just after the opening tomorrow or by noon tomorrow. I will not ride it into the close. SMH also worked out. Told you about it yesterday, right here on 3 at 3. SMH 228. Today it's $5 higher than that, 233.97. So call it $5.20. And again, it's a condo if you want to buy the stock. If you don't understand options, don't buy them. But you can learn about them by coming to RebelCon or going to Market Rebellion. Now, here's the way this one works out. $228,000 investment. Like I say, that's a condo in a lot of the United States, maybe even a home. Went up to $233,000, almost $234,000. So congratulations. You made $5.20 or $5,200. That's a good day's work. But I put up a lot less money, and I mean a lot less money, and made the same amount of money as you. Bang. These calls expire in October. A lot of time to be right. I'm selling upside calls against the calls that I bought yesterday. And as I said, RebelCon is our conference in Dallas, Texas at the Four Seasons Resort. So come on down, sign up. You can get your significant other and have them enjoy the pool, whoever that is. Grandkids, welcome. Have them enjoy the pool, massage, all the fun stuff that Dallas has. And meanwhile, you could be learning about options. And instead of spending a condo's worth of money on buying an option, you could be on buying a stock, you could be buying an option and putting up that much risk. That's what I'm talking about, folks. Go to rebelcon.com/Dallas. That's RebelCon. That's marketrebellion.com/Dallas. All right. 3 quick ones today. LQD, a lot of activity in this one this year. The high yield bonds, the corporate bonds, a lot of activity in this space. LQD 111.70. They're buying the December 114 calls. So these calls are just, call it what? $2.30 out of the money above where we're trading. A lot of very slow time decay because you got a lot of days between now and December. The real acceleration occurs, folks, in that final 40 days or so of the option's life. So these slow time decay, still a directional play though. So if you're buying the option and I'm buying at the monies, I intend to sell upside calls against it. CVE, this is Synovus Energy, bullish call buying, $19.60 stock. In this one, they also wanted a lot of time. They're buying the regular September 21 calls. That's the calls that expire the third week in September, because if it doesn't have a number in front of it, folks, these are options that expire on the third Friday of the month. So these calls, call it 4 weeks into the future. $19 is where the stock is. They're buying the 21 calls. So those are a little more than $1.40 out of the money. I want to buy in at the money, and I intend to sell upside calls against it. Again, this is the deep end of the pool. It's on that faster side of the time decay curve. So be aware of that. Finally, TLRY, one of the biggest names in cannabis, TLRY, with the stock at, and this is deep end of the pool, with the stock at $3.99, somebody buys 29,000 of the August 4 calls that expire tomorrow. So 29,000 is 2.9 million share equivalent. That's 2.9 million shares. So even though it's a $4 stock, folks, that's a big trade because again, basically 3 million shares times $4, $12 million trade. Do you want to follow people like that? I sure do. So that's why I'm in this one. I'll be out of it by midday tomorrow, I anticipate. And I had to let you have this one to close it up, folks. Virtual RebelCon, for those of you who can't make it in person, maybe it's too far to travel. Maybe you've got something going on and you'd like to participate, but can't be there. Well, Virtual RebelCon is perfect for you. The price goes up, boom, tonight at midnight. So if you want to sign up for virtual attendance of this conference, where you'll get recordings of all of the onstage presentations, you have just a few hours before this deal expires. Rebellion.com/Dallas, and I'll see you tomorrow.